Hey everyone, welcome back, and today we'll check this question. Okay, this type of question. So it's related to project question actually. So when you get these type of questions, they are really checking whether you're an actual developer or not. Okay, because this is not a usual question. Okay, so let's dive in. The recruiter asks, okay, they will be asking how to skip the graph if no source file is landing. Okay, so suppose in a scenario like when you have a serial path. Okay, so when you have that path, and then if you don't have any source file landed, then your graph should automatically skip the process. Okay, it should not start. So I just specified the that expression here. Okay, by using start and end script. So let's see how to report that actually. Okay, so if you're new to the channel now, you can click on the link above. I'll just ping the link into playlist. Okay, so every player all the playlists, so you can go and watch there. So we'll get started with this question. So for this, okay, so we'll just for this, the recruiter expectation is the actual, these are like actual developer practice. Okay, some project might have, okay, some project might have these type of scenarios. So this is okay, I'll just put like project scenarios. Okay, so this comes under project scenarios. Okay, so these type of questions. Okay, so that's the expectation. So they'll be checking that, and then concept playlist. The concept checklist would be, the first one is like asset PDL, and then you should know how to write Unix code. Okay, shell scripting. So that's it. Okay, so basically scripting and PDL. No design. Okay, for this question. So you should be strong in PDL, and then you should be strong in scripting. Okay, so I'll bring out, okay, so some user requested PDL beginners. Okay, so beginner playlist. Okay, so beginner playlist, we will just we'll just take some time, because it will take some time for me to record. Okay, so I planned for a basic, and then plans, and then PDLs. Okay, whatever I am good at. Okay, so good or better. Okay, so what am I better at, and just go for a beginner playlist. Okay, so if you are comfortable with any other technology, you can ping me. Okay, you can give a mail. I can connect with you to learn that. Okay, so we can together we can help the Abinitio community. Okay, so you should be strong here for this use case. So these two are enough. These both are enough for this, solving this use case. Okay, so now we'll just code that. Okay, so when you have this scenario, okay, so the ask is no source file. Okay, so that means you don't have any type of file landed. Okay, so any suppose that that specific input file. Okay, so that has not landed. So what you should do, you should skip the process. You should skip the entire, okay, graph. Okay, so entire graph process. Okay, entire ETL process. Okay, so that's the ask here. So first, like I know my, okay, like our way. Okay, so this is like literally copied from my project which I worked on. Okay, so nothing like I just learned from my project. Okay, so, like personally. So so what it is there, like we have a PDL declared. Okay, first we'll just write the PDL code. So we have a PDL declared. So the PDL would be first to identify the source file existing or not. Okay, exist or not. Okay, so for that just put a flag parameter. Okay, flag parameter, just open your now when I say PDL, every time when I say PDL, just you have to open your F11. Okay, directly create a create a parameter, and then you can use that in your graph. Okay, graph or anywhere, even a start script as well. So for the flag parameter, what we can do is that we'll just write a code. Okay, PDL. So here I'm just I'm just I'm just checking that I'm just checking the source file. Okay, so here what I can do is that okay, so here this one, and then okay, input. Okay, that means a serial. Okay, a serial. So a serial, a serial landing, you say. and then you have the corresponding input file. So when I say input file, you would have declared already, okay, in your PDL. So in your PDL already one input file will be there, okay. So you would have specified the some name, okay, some ODS underscore EW, okay, something, okay. So this one, okay, you can also use -f here, okay. So -find, okay. So I'll just add a comment. You can also use -f, okay. This is like found, okay. So when you use that, you can give echo 1. So for this case, I'm just giving the echo, you know uh, then, okay, so then echo, not there, okay, now file is not there, else echo profile is percent, okay. So I have to end the if loop, so I'll just give fe, okay. So now I have to close the bracket as well, okay. So please go through the PDL types, okay. So just let me know in the comments, okay, so what type of PDL this one is, okay. Yesterday we have seen another PDL, okay, so inline substitution. So just figure out what type of PDL it is, okay. So go through that. You can use this one as well, okay. You can use the path and then file, okay. You can give that and then you can give echo 1, okay. So this means -f found, okay. So you can use this one as well, okay. So this one will return you whether it will check you, okay. It will check whether file is present or not, okay. It's present, it will give you 1. If it is not present, it will give you 0, okay. So now PDL is done, okay. So this portion is done. So now we'll move to the start script. So the start script is when your graph runs, okay, actually, okay. So everything is, so your graph depends on as per the architecture, okay. If you know the architecture well, your graph depends on co-op, okay. So that means most of the project use the Ubuntu and everything. So some Windows, some co-op system will be there, okay. Native OS will be there, but co-op means like here like shell scripting, okay. So and then your native OS will be there. So you understand the architecture properly. So native OS will be different, okay, for each project. It will be, if you are a tutor, you might use Windows, okay. So basically it depends on the Unix, okay. So that when you trigger, we have bin script, okay, we have run script, okay. So these are like basics to Abinitio, okay. So I'm not going there, but for this start script, just click on edit, okay. Go to edit of the graph and then find the start script and then open that, okay. So this one in GD, okay. So GD, locate your graph, okay. So and then open the start script and then you code it this way. So here I'll just use this flag, okay. So here I'll just write if condition, if flag, okay. So I'll just call the flag hyphen, okay, not equal to let's say 0, okay. So then echo file exist moving moving file from, okay. So moving file from, okay, moving file from some like whatever, okay. So if suppose if you have a archival path, okay, so you can use that stage to input location something, okay. I'm just echoing that and then I'm just moving this, okay. So I'm just moving the file from the staging path, okay. So suppose if you have declared the staging path, you can do this, okay. So you can give some input file name, okay, input file. So these are parameters, okay. So make sure you have defined that. So this is for for your learnings actually, okay. So input some ASL landing path, okay. So whatever path you can give, okay. So wherever you use, and then the input file, okay, input file, okay. So this one is done, okay. If the file is not equal, if the flag is not equal to 0, so that means you have the file present, okay. So now see, if you have the file present, okay. So when the graph starts, it expects the file in ASL landing. So we are moving from the stage path to C landing path, okay. So whatever path, okay. So whatever your business path, I mean your graph path, so that your each process will start, okay. Suppose now Now comes to our use case. Okay, so what if there is no use case? I mean, there is no sorry, there is no source file. Okay, so in that case, in that else part. Okay, so else, I'm just skipping that. Okay, file doesn't uh, file doesn't present. Okay, it's not file, not this file not present, and then I'm skipping ETL ETL process. Okay, skipping ETL process. So see, okay, I'm just closing the loop as well. Okay, if closing loop as well. Okay, so here, so this one is done. Okay, so nscript, see, nscript is like, this is for fancy thing. Okay, so suppose if your graph runs fine. Okay, so for that you will use, this is an additional thing. Okay, so additional like bonus for you, like mp0. Okay, so if the graph, okay, this is nothing but your graph. Okay, your graph return status. Okay, if your graph return status is equal to 0, let's say. Okay, because I didn't use string. Okay, because this will return you, give you the integer. Okay, so here this, then echo graph runs fine. Okay, so let's put a new line and then say, because there will be more log. Okay, runs graph successfully ran something. Okay, you can put that. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so this one you can use, or see, else part you can write anything. Okay, so I'll just show you the way you can now play with this start script and end script. Okay, so before making use of the start script, just whatever parameter you use here. Okay, so whatever parameter you use here, make sure that is defined in this flag. Okay, so that is defined in the flag. Okay, I mean defined in the p set. Okay, so flag should be there in the p set. Okay, so make sure f1 p set should be declared there, and then you can write a shell scripting here. Okay, so for declaring this parameter, you need the PDL knowledge. Okay, so see, everything altogether, it's like shell scripting code. Okay, so but PDL is kind of it will be a you will get an error if you don't align with the coding structure. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, so understand this properly, and then you try this at your in your GD, and let me know if you have any issues. Okay, so I'll just see you guys in the next video.